It has been a while since you joined the Adventurers Guild. Are your adventures going smoothly?
I'm recruiting some new allies. I got some new friends like Zhongli. He's been shielding. So yeah, I've got some new allies.
Another person to count on is always good after all. But recruiting such dependable companions is no easy matter, is it?
No, not at all with, how much, Prima Gems you need.
Ah, yes. I do have some information that may be of help to you. There's been a certain blonde stranger who arrived in Mondstadt lately, dressed in most unusual clothes.
Blonde?
Blonde. Dress is all funny. Does that stranger's face look anything like hers?
No, they couldn't look more different. This stranger is a very tall man, and even has an eye patch. Nonetheless, you can look for him if you're interested. And should this stranger be a strong adventurer indeed, he would certainly be a big help on your journey. As to further news about him, you may want to ask Mr. Lawrence. He stands guard at the city gate, so he may know something about that stranger.
A stranger with an eye patch. Let me think. Oh yeah, I remember seeing someone like that. He was wandering all over Mondstadt at first, which I found rather suspicious. So I decided to keep an eye on him for a while. I lost him pretty quickly. Anyways, he was at Wagner's smithy for a while before I tried tailing him. He might have said something to Wagner. You should go ask him. Maybe he has more news about our stranger.
Okay.
I remember him. He showed up a few days ago asking to buy a bunch of forging materials. Can't say I've heard of any of the materials he mentioned, though. He then had a look at the weapons in my shop before leaving. I've heard that he can be found drinking at the Angel's Share.
Hey, Charles. Have you seen a blonde stranger who wears an eye patch around here by any chance?
He comes here every night. Just to drink, though. Doesn't order anything else. If you're looking for that gentleman, he ordered some new bottle of wine in advance yesterday. So he should be here today, too. Ah, welcome, sir.
Oh?
The wine that you previously ordered is here.
He's really here? Let's go downstairs and have a look.
Hi. I'm an adventurer with the Adventurers Guild. My name's Bumper. How you doing? You gonna talk? If just so you know, I'm with the Knights of Favonius, honorary knight. You ever heard of me?
Wow. He's got no intention of paying us any mind, huh?
So I'm traveling the lands. If you didn't know, my dude, would you pay attention?
A traveler, you say? Why are you traveling?
I'm looking for my brother.
Well, that's as good a reason as any. Sit down over there, then.
What a weird guy.
Mysterious, that's for sure.
That little one beside you.
I'm not gonna call her emergency food. My best buddy.
Uh-huh. We're the best of friends.
It's indeed a good thing to have someone accompany you on your travels. My name's Dainsleif. I suppose you have some business with me?
Well, I was hoping to invite you to possibly adventure with us if you'd like.
Sure,
Really? Huh? You just that fast?
but I will require advance payment.
How much?
500 mora and 3 answered questions.
Oh, that isn't bad. As long as the questions aren't too crazy.
Well, now Paimon's got a really bad feeling. That kind of compensation can't be right.
Well, I guess it's worth a shot. Here's 500 mora.
Now, as for my questions, I'd like you to answer them here and now.
Do I need to answer them all correctly? What if I answer wrongly?
The answer to a question says nothing about right and wrong, only about differences in attitude. I only wish to know what your choices are. You need only answer.
Well, alrighty then. I guess that can't be too bad.
Question 1. The crisis Mondstadt faced was resolved by an alliance between yourself and that Animo Archon who calls himself Venti. Who,
What?
in your view, was the key to ending that crisis?
Dude, what the... How did he know he hasn't told nobody knows other than me, D-Luke, Jean, and possibly Kaya, since he's kinda shifty and listening in on things, but... So how did you find out that Venti...
I know everything that I should.
Okay, if that wasn't kind of freaky, I don't know what is.
Well, answer the question.
It wasn't fully venti. I think the unity of Mondstadt people gave us the victory.
Is that your answer? I see. Question number 2. Rex Lapis, who has defended Liyue Harbor for millennia on end, used his gnosis to lay down a contract to end all contracts, of which the stipulations are still
How do
unknown.
you know this stuff? Were you listening in? How have you just been following us, tracking us, trailing us? How long? I need to know this. I'm gonna ask you some questions after this as well.
Who do you think will defend Liyue Harbor in the future, now that they've lost their deity?
Everyone in Liyue Harbor.
I see. Now for my final question. This world has people who gained visions, and those who did not. Which of the two do you think hold more importance in the eyes of the gods?
That's a hard one. Those with visions? Those without visions? Perhaps none of them do?
So, this is your answer then. As I thought, you really are similar to him.
What do you mean, him? You said too much, bro?
I'll take that 500 mora. And now I also understand your views on this world. As we agreed, you may now commission me. That said, I only take commissions related to the Abyss Order.
That could be good since our brother is possibly like a leader of the Abyss Order.
Like you, I am currently on a journey. You intend to find your sibling, while I wish to oppose the Abyss.
Well, I have met some Abyss mages in the past.
Ugh. Those creatures that serve the Abyss are the fangs and claws by which the Order spreads chaos in this world. I have come to Mondstadt this time while on the trail of an Abyss Herald, an even more twisted abyssal being, one that commands the Abyss mages.
Come to think of it, since the Storm Terror incident ended, we haven't seen any Abyss mages or anything.
Oh, that's right. We've just been fighting against the Fatui and Liyue. We haven't encountered the Abyss Order at all.
There's some reason behind that, I'm afraid. It's possible that they may have been under orders to avoid your path.
Maybe they're looking for a better time to ambush us or something.
They won't defeat me.
That manner, it's just like his.
Okay, are you perhaps referring to my bro?
Well then, let's go see for ourselves, shall we? According to the leads I have on hand, the Abyss Order has re-infiltrated the Temple of the Falcon. Let's meet up at the temple. Perhaps your questions about the Abyss will be answered there.
And there's Dane. Hello, buddy. You're quite mysterious and majestic. Yeah, he's definitely tall. And that cape looks cool. Can I borrow the cape? Can I borrow the cape? That looks comfy. No? No? Not at all? Not even if I shield you? I could make some shields for you. We could trade. No? I don't mean trade Zhongli. I just... like I could give you a shield, you give me your cape. No? Okay.
This abandoned temple does bear some marks of the Abyss.
Okay, this pillar... I make a pillar. Can you go? Can you shoo? I know I made you, but it was just for a joke. Can you get out of the way?
The Falcon of the West. Though it can soar in the wind, it ultimately does naught but hover under the light of the gods.
What are you talking about? English, please, my dude.
Oh, it's nothing. Let's head inside.
Alrighty then.
Just a few Abyss mages? Seems like that herald might have already left.
Perhaps. Could you tell me more about the Abyss Order? I'd like to know more.
The Abyss. It is chaos, and it is also destruction. It is a morass of inconceivable madness that encroaches upon this world's very foundations. That is why even the Dragon of the East, a servant of a deity, was unable to resist its corrosive powers. And the creatures of the Abyss desire nothing less than the overthrow of a world ruled by the Archons.
You seem to know a lot about the Abyss, Dane.
Well, we do have some history.
Did you used to be a part of the Abyss? You do kind of look magical like them.
I suppose that's as far as chit-chat goes. We should head to Wolvendom. Judging by the traces I'm following, their next appearance may be within the territory of that old wolf. Perhaps we may find our Abyss Herald there. Lord of Wolvendom, great Wolf King of the North, sharp of fang and keen of claw, and yet dwelling here only.
You familiar with that wolf?
No, nor does it know me. I only know these things because a previous traveling companion of mine once wanted to hear its story. All right, let's go see if that Abyss Herald has stopped by here.
Well, where do we begin? Are you standing here because of these strange bonfires, Dane?
Yeah, with the magic hex or something on it. Like, what? Why is there text floating up above a fire? That doesn't even make sense.
Indeed. See that?
Yeah.
Floating above the flames?
Yeah, I see it.
It's an abyssal spell. Knowing what I do of the Order's habits, they've probably left similar marks behind elsewhere. Let's have a look nearby.
All right.
Have you finished searching?
We found a similar signs of the Abyss Order with these bonfires with magic on them.
I searched around these parts and found some signs myself, but they were left behind by abyss mages, and there was no deeper abyssal power to them. It seems that even an Abyss Herald would not wish to make trouble with the Wolf King of the North. We should leave as well. If there's anything praiseworthy about that old wolf, it's his territorial nature.
Yeah, I'm not sticking around.
But now we're out of leads. Are we going to have to give up?
No. There is one more place we can go. I'll wait for you at Storm Terror's lair. I've heard about what happened to you during Mondstadt's crisis. When you came, this place was known as Storm Terror's lair, but I suppose that this place is more lair than Storm Terror at this point. The first time I laid eyes upon the ruins of old Mondstadt, the Dragon of the East had yet to fall, much less come to nest in this place.
Huh? But Paimon remembers that Dvalin first got in trouble hundreds of years ago.
Wait, how old are you, Dane? Dane, you got some talking to do, mister. I like you, Dane, but you got some talking to do. How old are you? Are you like Zhongli old? Like 6,000? Or how old are you?
Don't think too much about it. Do you remember the light actuators that once sealed this ruin? If the Abyss Order is interested in this location, then they will not neglect those mechanisms. Let's go see what the situation is at those light actuators.
Alright.
Oh, so in the end, we still couldn't find that Abyss Herald.
I wouldn't call not having to gaze upon such a creature a shame exactly. Still, I do believe that you will come across one eventually.
You're right. If it's a really powerful monster, it would be best to go around it.
How good it would be if all perils one encounters in their journeys could simply be solved by going around them.
Yes, you seem to be speaking from experience.
Once upon a time, yes. I simply have experience from adventuring together with that traveling companion.
You know, Dane, you keep talking about that person this and that person that. Where are they now anyway?
He
Is it our brother, perhaps?
no longer travels. I'm afraid that traveling can be too exhausting at times.
Is that how it is? Well, why are you traveling alone then?
I still have some things left unfinished. Once they are done, I too will return home to rest.
Yep, and it's good to have a home to come back to, isn't it? We camp out a lot when we travel. Hey, once you find your sibling, we should find a place to stay too, shouldn't we? Mondstadt's Fisherman's Toast is pretty tasty, but Liyue's one-man restaurant is great too. Either way, we should settle down in a place where there's good food.
Getting a bit ahead of ourselves, I think. Let's worry about finding the bro first.
Home. Well, it won't be too late to think about where you stay once your journey reaches its end. While you're still traveling, you should...
What? sense something familiar on that cliff?
Huh? What's familiar?
I felt it for a moment the previous time we came here too.
A familiar feeling, you say? It could be someone you know well, or perhaps a monster.
Could it be the abyss?
Whichever it is, we should see it for ourselves, and thus see clearly. We can reach the top of that cliff from over there. Let's go. Can you still sense that familiar feeling that you spoke of earlier?
It's nearby, apparently.
But it doesn't feel like there's anything around here. No monsters, no people, nothing.
Indeed. There doesn't seem to be anything strange about this place. It doesn't look any different from the last time I was here.
You've been here before?
My traveling companion brought me here on our previous journey.
So, Dane, what about you? What's your favorite place?
Me? I no longer remember.
Uh-huh. Too many places to count, possibly?
I merely followed my traveling companion around on that journey. That's all there was to it.
Oh, come on. You had to have thought about something you liked.
Huh?
What? Is it those footprints or whatever they are?
A ruin guard's footprint.
What?
A ruin guard was wandering around here?
I was
No
wondering.
peace to be found, even for a single dandelion.
What's with this dandelion? What? What in the... Flashback? You okay?
What's gotten into you? You were just spacing out.
This dandelion reminds me of probably my bro.
Huh? You mean your brother? But how could that be? You only touched that dandelion for a second.
Yeah, the moment I touched it, I just started having flashbacks.
Perhaps that dandelion bears some sort of scent that only you recognize. As for why, has it perhaps experienced something related to you?
You're saying some real confusing stuff. Paimon doesn't get it at all.
Regardless, I have to get to the bottom of it.
Do not rush. Vexation and anxiety are the enemy of rational thought. Your journey has only just begun, has it not? At least you now know that he is still on this world. At this time, the most important thing is the journey to find him itself.
Well, yeah, I guess the journey is more important than the destination. But yeah, I'm gonna find him.
Yes, and this is something you must keep in mind as the meaning behind your journey. May you find your kin at the end of that journey. Let us part ways here for now.
Huh? You're leaving? Already?
Only for now. Don't worry, we will meet again. After all, I did take 500 mora and those 3 answers you gave me.